The Jacksonville Jaguars have released running back Leonard Fournette. So I'm coming at you with a video, the top 5 teams that could go out and sign the free agent running back. If this is the first time you're stumbling across Chat Sports, make sure you click that big red button that says subscribe because we do videos like this all the time. So let's break down the news that woke me up this morning. The Jags move on from the former number 4 overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft. When you look at that draft, that is going to go down, I believe, as one of the worst, at least in my lifetime. Trubisky at 2, Leonard Fournette at 4, all before, well, yeah, you know him, Patrick Mahomes. So Jacksonville, they've been shopping him for a long time. He's been unhappy. The coaches, they're saying they're trying to clean up the place. I don't know if they're cleaning it up or just making it more dirty. Y'all can tell me. But for the fact that this player, who has been the main focal point of that offense, they're moving on from him, I do think that tells us a lot about what the Jags are doing. They say they're cleaning up. Maybe that they're just tanking. And one of the other reasons why I'm saying they could be tanking is because this is the running back depth chart now. You have Chris Thompson as your RB1. You have Armstead and then, a bunch of other guys that I don't believe too many people are going to recognize. After today's video, I'm going to break down the teams that need a running back the most in the NFL. At number 1, it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. So let's take a look now at some of Fournette's stats because he has been at least productive. The career 666 carries, that does scare me a little bit. However, he is coming off a career year. But let me just say this. When a running back like Leonard Fournette, even though he's coming off his career year, I don't know if NFL teams are going to be willing to throw a whole bunch of money at him just because he's a high overall pick. He's a good running back, but is he actually this top-fledged running back that we're seeing a lot of NFL teams go out and chase? The fact that he was in the final year of his contract, I'm very surprised that they did end up cutting him. I knew that they ultimately weren't happy with the situation, but moving on from Leonard, it did surprise me a little bit. So here's the tweet that, woke me up this morning from me and Rappaport. Got a text from another coach this AM on the Jags. Doug, trying to clean up the place with the up and down history with running back Leonard Fournette. Jacksonville moves on. He was due $4 million in salary after the team declined his 5th-year option. Here's another tweet from Rap Sheep. The Jaguars voided running back Leonard Fournette's $4.2 million guarantees following his suspension. But that process is now involved in a grievance, so it won't be settled immediately, though the hopes it comes off the books eventually. So if you're looking for the latest breaking news, if you want free NFL analysis, all you got to do is click that big red button. Here at Chat Sports, we do free videos daily around the NFL. And for those of you that are watching this on Monday, Tom and I, we are going to be going live 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. We do live shows every Monday and Wednesday, so make sure you click that sub button and you don't miss anything. Here are some, if you will, honorable mentions for Leonard Fournette because there's going to be teams at least poking the bear. There's going to be teams at least looking to add him to their team. The Miami Dolphins, I think the Detroit Lions with all the question marks around Kerryon Johnson. The Tennessee Titans have Derrick Henry, but besides him, maybe you could add an RB2. The Arizona Cardinals, Kenyon Drake's been walking around in a walking boot. He said it's not that big of a deal, but, come on, you're walking around in a walking boot. And then Christian McCaffrey, if you're looking for just another depth behind him, maybe go out and get him. So fill in the blank here. I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. What does that mean? It's going to be the very, very top comment as soon as you click into this video. So fill in the blank. Leonard Fournette will sign with the blank in 2020. It's time now to get into the top 5 teams that could be interested in signing Fournette. The Los Angeles Chargers, and I'm a big fan of Austin Eckler, and I know the hype around some of their other running backs has been there, but they did lose Melvin Gordon. You have Tyrod Taylor. You have Justin Herbert. This should be a run-first football team, especially with the defense that they have. So Eckler, he got paid 4 years, $26 million. Justin Jackson, a lot have been hype. It's been coming out of him from camp. Also, Joe Kelly, the hype around him has been growing as well. My only concern with Jackson, Kelly, and honestly even Eckler, none of these running backs have really ever been able to show a heavy workload. And yes, Eckler had 90 catches last year, but I also believe that had a lot to do with the current offense. So I got 2 things to talk about real quick about this special deal. First, if you go to chatsports.com/NFL jersey, you can get jerseys as low, nice Nike NFL jerseys, for as low as $72.99. The other thing that I love about our offer, jersey insurance. So, let's just say you're a Jags fan. You have a Leonard Fournette jersey. And then he gets released. Well, guess what? With jersey insurance, if you go to chatsports.com/NFL jersey and get one of ours, if a player is traded, if a player for some reason is cut, you can get a new one for free. But again, I will put that comment in the description, or I'll put the link in the comments, and I will put the link down in the description. Number 4, the Buffalo Bills. Devin Singletary is good. He is a good running back. He was one of my breakout candidates. But is he a true number 1 running back? That question, to me, is still up in the air, and I believe the Buffalo Bills are still wondering the same thing, because that's the only reason why you go out and draft Zach Moss, who is a running back that I liked a lot coming out of Utah, but he also has some knee injuries as well. TJ Yeldon, maybe he can rejoin with his old teammate Leonard Fournette. This needs to be a run-first football team. Can Josh Allen take that next step? They need to lean on their defense. Singletary, Leonard Fournette, that is a 1-2 punch that I would like to see. Let's now top 3. This is, for me, the top 3 teams. This is another tier. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we made a video, I'll say 2 months ago, probably 3 months ago now. Where's time been? About teams that could potentially trade for Leonard Fournette. When all those rumors were going on, we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 1. Then they go out, they sign LeSean McCoy, but let's not get it twisted. The Buccaneers are not tied to McCoy. If they want to move on from LeSean, they can. They also drafted the running back Vaughn out of Vanderbilt, who pretty solid player. Ronald Jones is coming off a better year. It's also hard to do worse than what he did as a rookie, but still getting better. If you were to ask me, Mitch, who's the best running back, Ronald Jones, LeSean McCoy, Vaughn, or Leonard Fournette, I am still going to pick Leonard Fournette. And this is going to be a football team that you could see run a lot of 2 tight end sets. Why not and go out and get a running back like Fournette, who, I will say this, did have 76 catches last season. So you guys want to play a game. I know I want to play a game. Madden, big-time game. So on a scale from 0 to 100, what would Leonard Fournette's player skill level be? So 0 being he is the worst player in the NFL, 100 being he's the GOAT. So scroll on down, let me know. I'm going to give him like an 82%. Number 2, the Chicago Bears and my Leonard Fournette Destinations. And this is a move that I actually would love a lot. Unfortunately, David Montgomery got carted off the field. Good news, it was only a groin strain. The initial report was he was going to be out 2 to 4 weeks, and I'm a big fan of Montgomery. I'm a big fan of a lot of players that come out of Iowa State. Shout out to producer Brett. But Tariq Cohen to me is just a pass-catching running back. I know they like Cordell Patterson. He's a fun player. But I don't honestly trust Cordell Patterson and Tariq Cohen to be my top 2 backs. If Montgomery comes back and he's fully healthy, I love that. But a groin injury does scare the heck out of me. And if you're the Bears, you need to keep the football out of Mitch Trubisky, and I know Nick Foles won a Super Bowl, but I mean, come on. This is a team that needs to run the football, play solid defense to get back on top of that NFC North. The number 1 team for Leonard Fournette, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Love me some Miles Sanders, and I know the hype train around Sanders has been there. But he's been week to week with a lower body injury for about too many weeks, in my opinion. The Eagles, they lack depth behind Sanders, and they've shown interest in other free agent running backs. Remember, there was some interest in LeSean McCoy. They've also shown a little bit of interest in a running back like Devonta Freeman. The reason why I think they showed interest in Freeman was because he was no doubt the top free agent running back. Now, that's a different conversation. Now you have Leonard Fournette, who is on the market, and for a team that's been dealing with so many injuries, they just lost Dillard, Carson Wentz just got banged up. This is going to be a football team that needs to continue to get better, and I do think Leonard Fournette makes them better. So what would you change about my top 5 list, right? I mean, even my honorable mentions. Is there a team that I have too high? Is there a team I have too low? Here at Chat Sports, we are an interactive YouTube channel. So if you have made it this far in the video, I think that means I'm doing something right. Drop me a like and comment below what you would change about my list. So at number 5, I had the Los Angeles Chargers. For the Buffalo Bills, tier break, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Another tier break, the top 2 teams that are going to be in the running for Fournette, the Chicago Bears. And at number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles.